Sorry about that. A little bit of a technical glitch. I was still trying to, though, show my New York hardcore tattoo. I'm like, show that shit! Come on! In any event. I'm just gonna wrap it up now. What am I doing? I have bubbles. Because I'm not above pandering for views. Because they're bubbles. Come on. Bubbles. Do one. Oh, I know what I was going to do. So I'm going to open up my Loom, exciting new Loom kit. Take out the tool. I feel like this camera, it should be good enough. Alright, so you see this has one row of yarn and this has two. So I'll separate them. I'm taking the bottom row, hooking it, flipping it over the top, and that's it. And I'm going around each one, taking the bottom row, hooking it over the top. And you can see this yarn is ombre, so it's changing color from brown to blue, but that's the dye of the yarn. Loom weaving in 3D, woo! Thank you for tuning in for the big excitement of this channel. I said I wasn't going to play that whole song, and I did. So then I would just go around, and I would wrap around each peg again. So I've done like the first 5, going in the same order. And kind of that row I just created by hooking the other row over now becomes the bottom row, and then once I've gone all the way around, I would flip this one over, and that's it. That's loom weaving. Super duper simple. Even an aging punk rocker like me can handle it. I feel like I haven't played anything local. Let's see, what are we going to play to represent the beautiful sunny Northwest? Maybe I'm feeling nostalgic. I have a lot of New York music here. Don't think Queensryche. Not quite. It's gonna count. Wow, I really. Oh my god. Alright. Ooh. Of course. Might be a good way to close out. I've been playing this record a lot, but I'm just going to keep it in maximum rotation. This is Child's Birth, Women's Rights, the song Women's Rights off of the record Women's Rights. If it will play. And then, so I haven't done book club in a while. I do want to announce, no, it's skipping. Oh my gosh. No. Sorry. To fix that. Let's try to else scratched. Disappointing. Boo. Sorry. This is skipping. Okay. Did I know that? Did I know that this record was skipping? All right, Nasty Girl's coming up next. So for book club, so this is, I think, in honor of International Women's Day. This is a guy's guide to being a man's man, and I was sort of going to ironically read from this. I'm going to admit it. I haven't opened this up. I haven't read. I do own this. This is by Frank Vincent. You probably know the character actor from a number of Martin Scorsese films, things like that. The foreword by the late James Gandolfini. I think what's important about the characters he plays is that they're not they're characters, and they're not necessarily people to admire. And I feel this book crosses some line there that at first I thought this was ironic and funny, but really, okay, so I know nothing about Frank Vincent the person, and like I said, I haven't read this book. I do sometimes get the sense that in his performances, for instance, some of the racist slurs that his characters have used, he just seems a little too comfortable tossing around the word eggplant for my comfort. That's not an accusation, that's just an observation. I don't know. Again, like I said, I know nothing about it. But without speaking on him or the content of this book, which I haven't read, the premise behind it, him with his cigar. And then I'm going to read this, what I have read, at least made it as far, is the blurb. This is from, I guess, a review by the Boston Herald. It says, a primer for men on how to dress sharp, command respect, and appreciate the finer things in life. So pretty much there I can already say, this isn't a book for me. This isn't, I mean, dressing sharp, fine, but I do actually have a number of fashion books. That in and of itself, that's fine. Commanding respect, already that just sounds like, asserting privilege and dominance, which, do men even need instructions on how to do that? I mean, and then appreciating the finer things in life, I mean, that should, either you appreciate them or you don't. Shouldn't be taught, hey, I mean, I always, like, hey, you should like these brand names. I don't know, either you like them or not. Either you find Gucci genuinely luxurious and you appreciate it, it speaks to you, or, I don't know, in any event. So I guess that's it. I'm going to talk about the book, but I'm not going to read it. That was an unfortunately scratched Women's Rights by Childbirth and Nasty Girls, also by Childbirth off of the Women's Rights record. For that, The Weather Girls with It's Raining Men. Speaking of maximum rotation, I am going to play I Don't Want to Hear It until that Slayer cover album does arrive. This is the original Minor Threat version. I Don't Want to Hear It and Sea and Bread off self-titled EP, which you can still buy on vinyl from Discord Records for like the same $8 or something. Really is by way of wrapping up the show, I promise. And then I do just want to give a brief shout out to King County Council member Joe McDermott sent out a mailing, and I thought, I got this mailing in the mail. Oh, this is seeing red. And I thought, wow, it's a little bit early to be campaigning for 2018, but sure, why not? And then I read it. It says, changes to the federal government in 2017 have many residents unsure, uneasy, and worried about their place in our country. Let there be no question for the residents here in King County. We will fight to protect all residents, no matter our race, religion, gender, sexual orientation, or immigration status. So I thought, right there, just right off the bat, that's really powerful. And that's, he's using his campaign money to send this message out. And so I'm pretty sure I've actually voted for him before, and I will again. And I just want to give him a shout out, Joe McDermott. I promise to work tirelessly, and then it does get into more like what he will do, but he talks about homelessness, moving families from the streets into homes, transit and transportation, support a growing, innovative, and equitable economy. While uncertain times lie ahead, with leaders in Washington, D.C. seem bent on moving us backwards, I hope you'll be joining me in working to uphold our values to ensure that King County remains a thriving, welcoming, and affirming community for all. I absolutely do believe in that. I like that he didn't mention anyone by name, but when he says, our leaders in Washington bent on moving us backwards, I don't think he means Nancy Pelosi, right? I think we know who he means, but, I just thought that this was a really classy, nice statement. In the picture, there's a picture with him, various people of various races and whatnot, and, the water taxi. I thought Dow Constantine was the only politician who even was aware that the water taxi was a thing, but apparently Joe McDermott's been fighting to keep secure funds for that too. So yay, I like the water taxi, so yay, water taxi. And Joe McDermott, yeah. This is Robert Johnson with Walking Blues. And then we did some unboxings in that show with the bad sound. One of them was this fidget cube, and sort of my review there was, this thing is pretty fun. I think it for a certain type of kinetic or kinesthetic person, I don't know if you can see it there. It's got 6 sides, and each side has got different the switch, a rocker, twisty thing, rubber. My favorite is this roller pad here. These kind of like combination or lock things, but they don't do anything. They all just spin. So 2 things about it: is a little bit pricey. I feel like you could build something like this with just parts from like Home Depot, though maybe not something that is quite as smooth and satisfying in design. It's not something that might be a conversation starter on your desk. But I do feel like you could probably build something cheaper for sure. And then the build quality itself. My joke was sort of, this would be fun for toddlers, but it would last about 4 seconds. That marble would be a choking hazard, but it wouldn't last very long in a toddler. It's just not. It doesn't feel. I will give you a report back after. Well, when I break it, basically. When I break it, I'll tell you how long it took me to break it. Until then, I have been using it a little bit. I play with it. I don't know if my daughter uses hers, but if you're a fidgety kind of person, it is a neat thing to have. The other unboxing that we did was the Insta360 Air, which is a 360 camera attachment for Android phones. I haven't actually installed it yet. I'm afraid that my phone may not actually. I'm not sure it's Android I'm not sure which Android you need, but I don't think this one has it. In any event, this channel sort of will be moving towards a 360 format and putting out some VR videos shortly. From Ashes Arise, who is a Portland band by way of Tennessee originally. This might be the noise, I'm not sure which song this is. And I think it's from Ashes Arise off of the live album. Jade Tree. confident that you can hear me. After all my test shots and all that, I don't think the sound is working. Awesome. You can call in and let me know one way or another. Text me. 646-200-2640. That text line is now open. And then as far as local artists go, I do want to give a shout out to Sassyblack. This record, No More Weak Dates, is not available on vinyl. It should be. This is a limited edition of 200, and I suspect after her appearance, I think tomorrow, this weekend at South by Southwest, they probably will sell out. I am now going to play New Boo.
But you made it. I was worried you weren't going to come.
You know, I like being at the house. I've just been on so many whack dates. I just can't. It's just a lot.
I feel you, but you're going to be glad that you came tonight. There's
Okay.
people here.
Okay. I try to do. Okay, I'm gonna do my best. Okay.
Could you be my new boo? I sense potential within you. Could you be my new boo? From the way you walk to the way you go, I'm feeling you, and you're super smooth. I'm new around here. I've reached an age that's unclear, and when you see me, you think such a pretty young thing. BYT, but I'm grown and sexy with it, and I'm too legit to quit. If you're feeling me too, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? It's time to make that move. Could you be my new boo? I sense potential within you. Could you be my new boo? From the way you walk to the way you move, I'm digging you, and you're super smooth. It's the circle of love. It's the circle of.
Sorry to cut it off at the good part. I love that part of the video where it goes into another song. That other song is Circle of Love. Yeah, if you are at South by Southwest Fest, definitely check out Sassyblack. If not, you can look on, I think, Bandcamp and get the No More Weak Dates while it is still available. I am going to, that is Catherine Harris White, formerly of The Satisfaction. I am going to close out with, this is Vincent and Pesci. Can you fix the way I talk for Christmas?
Ho, ho, ho!
Which is not off of Little Joe's Short Can Sing, but if you would like to request songs off of here, I can play them.
New song, Santa. Okay. And how about you, young man? What would you like for Christmas?
This isn't the wrong thing. I can't tell you.
Come on,
There we
speak
go.
up loud and clear. Don't be nervous.
I guess I could use a bat and a ball. And maybe you could make me grow up tall.
That is Mr.
Some brand
Joe
new
Pesci
toy.
singing.
And another thing. A puppy, a dog,
I'm not
and
sure who produced this record. 1971, I want to say.
I really want is this.
And Mr.
Can
Frank
you
Vincent.
fix the way I talk for Christmas? Can you fix the way I talk for Christmas? If a boy, Santa, that would be great. Daddy would be proud. Everyone would be Merry Christmas.
Come on now, try it again.
Merry Christmas.
Well, anyway, what else would you like?
A pair of skates and
yeah,
a
he
brand
tried
new bike. Some ice cream and candy. That's what I like. A pony too. Ride when I'm feeling blue.
Oh yeah, places we don't that exist anymore. That would be the Kmart. I already did that in the previous broadcast.
Can you
We did that
fix the way
segment.
I talk for Christmas?
Sonic Roadkill family.
Gee, Santa, if you could do that.
Episodes coming soon.
Everyone would be so happy.
I guess the phone line is now closed.
Try it again. One more time.
Thanks for watching. Oh, yeah. And don't forget, you can still name our mannequin and win a hand knit item of crochet, I don't know, what a loom weaved item of some sort. Just give her a name. Thanks for watching.